TEKS 3F, Systems of Equations. Okay guys, so these notes are divided into 3 parts. Today we're only going to be focusing on part 1, which is applications. So for part 1 on applications, I want to remind you guys about cubes. I know we haven't talked about cubes in a while, but let's see if you guys remember what each of the letters stand for. So C stands for circle the numbers. So circle numbers. U stands for underline key words. B is box the question. I'm just writing a question mark. E is write the equation. So I'm just going to write equation. And S is solve and write a sentence. So solve and sentence. Okay, so this is what cube stands for. So we're going to be using cubes again in system of equations applications. The only difference is instead of finding one equation, we are now finding 2 equations. So that's what system stands for, 2 equations. So right here in parentheses, I'm going to put 2 equations. Okay. So once we go through cubes and write our 2 equations, in order to solve what that answer is going to be, we're going to be using a new trick on our calculator, which is called menu 3-2. So on this video, I'm going to show you how to just take this word problem and put it into 2 sentences. And then in class together, we're going to look at our calculators and get the answer with menu 3-2. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so it says, Sally sold 3 oranges and 14 apples for a total of $203. Mark sold 11 oranges and 11 apples for a total of $220. Find the cost of the apples and oranges. So let's go ahead and go through and circle our numbers. So we have 3, 14, 203, 11, 11, and 220. Okay, that's step 1. Then it says underline keywords. So our keywords here are going to be our variables. So let's see, oranges could be O, right? And means plus. Apples, A. And total, remember, means equals. Okay, so we're going to go through the next sentence and do the same thing. So remember, oranges, we said was O. And is plus. Apples, we're going to say is A. And total is equal. Okay, so we underlined our keywords. Now, B stands for box the question. It says find the cost of apples and oranges. That's our question. Even though it doesn't have a question mark, that's what we're trying to find. Okay. And then E says write an equation. So we're going to have 2 equations here. So we're going to have equation for Sally, and we're going to have an equation for Mark. So the equation for Sally starts off with 3 oranges. So we're going to write 3O plus 14 apples, 14A. For a total of, so total equals $203. So that's our first one. This O kind of looks like a 0, so let me make it look more like an O. Make it really big. Okay, so that's our first equation. That's equation 1. Okay, let's look at equation 2 about what Mark sold. So it said Mark sold 11 oranges plus 11 apples is equal to $220. So these are our 2 equations. So in a minute, I'm going to pull up my calculator, and on our calculator together, we're going to be using menu 3-2. And on menu 3-2, we're going to type equation 1 and equation 2, and it's going to tell us the answer for O and A. So it's going to give us the answer for O and A. And then as a class, we'll come back and figure out that sentence.